isn't it?
Okay.
So what you've done here is Paul Heyman looks angry at what Charlotte's done to your face. What have you done to your face?
What have you done? What have you done? Charlotte, don't wear that outfit, please. Please.
No.
Tiffy looks so much better. Your arguments are null and void. It's null and void.
Well,
You look
Eric
like
looks
John
mildly
Voight.
amused.
Null
Eric
and
looks mildly
void.
amused about what's going on around him.
I just want to point out you guys went live. You told me I could go get my tissue, then you hit the live button.
We
That's
said
it.
we can go
said you
live
go
and
live
cover
without
for you until you
Oh.
come in and not play like you're not here.
Oh,
Yeah,
Shit.
well, fucking Zoolander over here.
I've got the
Black Plague.
for the record, I still do not approve my likeness, but
Well,
I
hold on.
digressed.
You know, I was lazy. I was gonna create an alternate thumbnail for this, but I'm not gonna do. I didn't do it. I just want to say, Eric, happy birthday publicly. I say it.
Thank
Normally,
you,
I
sir.
don't say it publicly.
Thank you.
Daddy,
don't you start singing. Don't you start
Hold
singing?
on, I'm going to bed. Happy
no,
birthday
no.
to you.
Why are you the count?
Happy birthday to you. Blah. Happy birthday to Eric with the R in brackets, Florida Eric and Republican Eric and Swamp Eric.
And Musty
Happy birthday to you.
I like how you, I see how you gargle right there. That's why Penta likes you.
No, fuck you. You know what? All I'm doing is saying nice things about you, and you come at me like that. You know what? You can suck Ray Phoenix dick. I ain't like that.
Not with that weak ass pyro. Not with that weak ass pyro. Shit.
Oh, we can get into it right now. If you want to start the show, how about that debut? We can talk about it right now. And by the way, fuck you, Joe Tessitore, for taking my How About That Die.
No,
Because he yelled, How About That Die the way, and I was really pissed that Joe Tessitore is coming after me.
That's
Well,
the
it's-
star thing.
Yeah. And a Ray Phoenix match too. That's the thing that pissed me off. He could have said that to a anybody else match. I don't care if it was Fraxium or Montez Ford or whoever, but he gonna say it in a Ray Phoenix match? How dare you?
So Marcus, are you saying that he ruined your WWE debut of How About That Die for Ray Phoenix? Is that what he did to you?
Absolutely. My How About That Die was so happy to be WWE. Now it's upset because Joe Tessitore has ruined it. Kiss my ass, Tessitore. Kiss my black ass. On Eric's birthday.
Yeah, well, that's all right. So
In front of the cake.
please don't do that. We might as well jump right into SmackDown since I am congested, and then we can
I'm
talk
Lord
about-
Manny Hayes, by the way, if you didn't
Oh,
know.
I'm Eric. I'm congested.
And
if you're
I'm Marcus
confused
the
by
grand
this.
finale too. Yeah, let's get out the niceties in the introduction.
Eric's 200 years old today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If this is your first time watching us, welcome. And I'm sorry because you're about to be in for an interesting experience where we discuss wrestling in our own unique type of way.
I don't know why I thought you were about to quote Kanye right there for some reason.
Marcus, you can't quote Kanye at these points.
I
Marcus.
thought you were
can't
about
do
to,
it.
but I'm talking about this young Kanye, drug dealing just to get by Kanye.
No, Marcus, unfortunately, Kanye has done so much stuff. He's reserved for earphones at this point.
I tell people I'm listening to the remix of Ignition before I say anything about Kanye.
I don't know. I don't think you can. I don't think you
I
can.
can't listen to Ignition. Ignition didn't rape nobody.
He's Mark. He is.
When someone
I'm talking about the song. I'm talking about the song. I'm not talking about the.
You do immediately want to get involved in that song.
Bounce. It's the voice guilty prayer. It's like Hulk Hogan's Real American.
At the
You
end of
know,
the day,
you know the song is good, but the man ain't shit.
no. Let me tell you, if the Street Profits came out to the remix of Edition, it would make so much sense.
Bounce.
Shit, if Swerve came out to it too. So they were in Chicago, and CM Punk was the first person to start it off. Manny, how did you like the fact that CM Punk was trying to sell Chicago as being a better crowd than the people in the European countries?
I mean, they did steal the Roman chant towards the end of the show, so I don't know if they're very original, Chicago.
Hold on. America was built on stealing land and stealing other people's ideas. So I support that. And I will say this. I am going to side with CM Punk on here. I believe the Chicago crowd is the best crowd in all of wrestling. And I believe they shut Europe down. And I'm so happy WWE's back in America again. So we don't have to hear all this singing, Manny.
Hey you over there. Ferme les bouches. Let me drop something on you. The French crowd is the best crowd. I don't even like France. I don't like France. I don't like Paris. I don't like any of them. They are the best crowd.
I put it this way. They're a good crowd because they reacted to a bunch of bullshit that was going on in that ring. It was CM Punk kissing their ass, talking about how he loved being there, blah, blah, blah. Then Paul Heyman comes out to the ring, and he's just like, hey, can you tell me the favor before Roman gets here? And Punk is like, nah, Roman's not here. I ain't going to tell you till Roman gets here. And Marcus, how did you feel with this opening of the show? Because I was a little worried about the Chicago show.
Well, I don't know what you were worried about. I was hyped with the opening. I thought it brought up it was a nice bookend. You knew how the show was going to end. At this moment, I knew how the show was going to end with the favor being dropped, and it's the typical. I thought it was going to be the typical SmackDown. We got to wait till the last 15 minutes of SmackDown to get the good stuff. Otherwise, we got 3 hours of nonsense. But I enjoyed it. I thought CM Punk being hyped in Chicago. It's all the time. He grabbed the cameraman Rico and took the camera from him. As Joe Tessitore, someone's upset in the back about this, but can't stop it. And, I thought it was a good opening segment. I thought Paul went through a million of emotions, and, it was fine.
So, Manny, did you think that this opening segment did enough to carry you through the show, the whole 3 hours, like finding out what the favor was? Do you think it was?
All SmackDown does is it's the 2-hour show that's elongated. They don't add anything to the show. It's just the original 2-hour show, just elongated for no reason. So you know what bullshit you got. I can't wait till June when it goes back to 2 hours.
Wait, it goes back to 2 hours?
Yes.
Praise Jesus.
You swear you felt his presence. You're like, Easter's coming up.
3 hours.
Felt Easter.
3 hours is too much. He has risen. He is real. So,
Wow.
Speaking of risen, right after the Punk segment, we get a vignette saying that Rey Fenix is up next. So of course, you're a little excited. You're a little excited. What Rey Fenix gonna do? Can he have the same energy that his brother Penta did on Raw? And and then you have to go with opponent matching. So we get back from the commercial break, and the first thing that we see in the ring is Nathan Frazier, not with no introduction, just in the ring, holding up his NXT Tag Team title. And I say I do not like this selection as his first opponent. I was not happy with Nathan Frazier being the selection. Manny, did you like Nathan Frazier, the idea before the match even happened, as being the first opponent for Rey Fenix?
I didn't mind it. I didn't realize you were going to turn on your boy Ben Carter so quickly.
Eric hates some AEW wrestlers, man.
No.
It's just AEW. It's just AEW. This AEW dark. They gonna put AEW dark on SmackDown. It's ridiculous. They gonna fall next with the Motor City Machine Guns.
In some ways, I felt that way. I felt that Nathan and Ray have similar styles, and I think that to introduce the WWE crowd to Rey Fenix, you need to have somebody in the ring that's not going to take away from his acrobatic and his athletic ability. Because there was points when Nathan wasn't screwing up, he was doing some very impressive things, but he was screwing up. Marcus, did you like the selection of Nathan Frazier?
I'm gonna say I didn't like it. I understood it, but I didn't like it because I was like, I never want to see my champions take random pins on random shows, either if it is the minor leagues. So I thought it was unnecessary for this match to happen with him. I thought there was a millennia of people in the back who they could have used for this match. But I did understand the idea. They said, fuck it, let's just go all out with speed. Let's get probably the two fastest people in the ring, other than Braun Breaker, I guess.
So did you have that same energy when A-Kid took that pin to Gunther in Spain?
No, because that's Gunther. That's Gunther, baby. That's Gunther, baby.
Eric, that match is going to be better than the match you're going to get with Gunther and Jey Uso at WrestleMania. Just remember that.
I don't know, man. Gunther was covered in blood this week. I feel the intensity has been risen.
Eric, all Jey Uso does is splash, a spear, and a super kick. What else does he do?
He got 2 more moves than John Cena had his whole career.
Oh,
Let me
wait,
tell you this.
He does the.
Let me tell you this, Jey Uso sells, okay? Jey Uso sells. Not as good as Roman at the end of the show tonight, but Jey Uso sells.
So
Roman had me thinking he went through a car window like Jay Gargano.
Roman's dead.
I hope that, you know, they had a lot of time, and maybe because of the weather, that the actual idea of what Rey Fenix Pyro was going to be did not happen, and they had to pivot. I did not like his pyro. Marcus, Penta's pyro is 10 times better, and then extra than what Ray got.
Well, I feel I agree 100%. I believe Penta had the better debut, the better entrance, and the better everything. It's like Penta came off as the family favorite, and Ray Phoenix came out as like the accessory on the plate. Like, you get Ray Phoenix too. I just thought the match was a bit botchy. Mostly Nathan Frazier, he's tripping on ropes and shit. Because I believe this man made Nathan Frazier SmackDown debut. I don't know if he's ever been on SmackDown.
Actually, I think he was on there a couple years ago.
Debut.
I think he was there a couple years ago.
But a couple years ago? Nah, I don't think so. No way.
But what I did
Impossible.
I appreciate my boy Santos in the back, though, letting his boys know that that's a debut. That's what Chicago needs right there.
Eric, I want to translate that for the white audience. Now that's a real Mexican right there.
Yeah.
He just said that shit like, yo.
Hold on.
Why did the Muscle Busters get called the Mexican Muscle Buster?
Manny, I don't know.
Well, no, it's a different move. Because he spins you a little bit more.
But when
it ends in like a gut wrench power bomb.
When the inappropriate tournament began on this show about people who we didn't know spoke English, and get into the Ray Phoenix is another one of those individuals who just popped up out the blue for me, and I'm like, damn. Andrade just keeps falling out.
Tony Khan, how dare you make me think these two can't speak proper English?
JLG, I think we might get Lucha Brothers on SummerSlam weekend. I don't know. People were teasing Lucha Brothers versus Fraction, but I think that might be an interesting match.
How about Randy Orton versus Ray Phoenix? They both ain't booked. Poor Randy.
Poor Randy.
Man, feelings was hurt.
Manny, since Marcus already spoiled this, Manny, Nick Aldis
spoil anything. It happened yesterday. That's what we do. We do the show.
No, but I'm just saying you jumped ahead. Nick Aldis called a straight RKO. Manny, were you satisfied with that straight RKO that Nick caught?
Yes, because I was preparing a short for this, but I didn't actually get around to doing it. In 2023, Nick Aldis signed Randy Orton to SmackDown. Randy gave Nick Aldis a RKO on that day in December. He paid, and then he told Randy Orton he's got to give him a $50,000 fine. Randy gave him $100,000 for the next time. He should have been expecting it.
Not tonight. Not an emotional night like tonight.
Let me ask you this question, Marcus. Do you think next week on SmackDown, since Randy Orton doesn't have an opponent, do you think that Nick Aldis is going to do what anybody in their right mind was? You know what? You want an RKO me, Randy? At the side, you and me, and he gets his WrestleMania match. Nobody wants Nick Aldis versus Randy Orton, but damn it, if I was Nick Aldis, I would do the same thing.
That's going to be ultimate chinlock match.
I'll watch it. This is the WrestleMania traditional match where they have a 1995 WrestleMania.
And you know, Nick Aldis is gonna come out wearing something similar to Megan Bang, just the same way with a big dress and everything.
What?
Like just like I just WrestleMania.
If I ever get a Nick Aldis match, before we go to the Kevin Owens is the sad stuff about this. If I get a Nick Aldis match, it needs to be against Scrap Daddy Adam Pearce. This is two people who I was never would have made WrestleMania or WWE at all. But yet here they are as general managers, as prominent figures.
So, as Marcus said, the sad stuff. Kevin Owens announced that he cannot compete in WrestleMania. There is an undisclosed neck injury. Most people say this is not a work, and he really has suffered a injury that needs to be addressed right away. but no details have been released. This is very, I mean, they were really working a story. This was one of the few matches that actually had a story going into WrestleMania, Randy and Kevin, and now we don't get it. Manny, how do you feel about this loss?
You know it's a big deal when Kevin actually isn't in real full character anymore at this point. So it felt like that time Edge had to tell everyone he's going to retire. And it's sad because neck injuries aren't ones to mess around with. It's not like, you know what, I've got a neck injury, I'll be back next week, or I'll be back in a few months. It's one of those I don't know if I'm going to be back. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be cleared again, Big E.
So what? So what? Edge came back
11 years later, and now he's.
But yeah, man, it sucks. I mean, I think it really sucks because one, we always wanted. At this point, you want to see Kevin get the punt kick. At this point, that's what the crowd wanted. We were leading up to the return of the punt, and Kevin was about to get all put to his face.
Yeah.
And the injury is at a untimely time, and the fears of his career being over. I believe Kevin's going to come back. I believe everybody does come back. I still believe, and I hope Big E will come back, even though things happen. But if this is it, what a career for Kevin Owens to go out on. He got the main event WrestleMania basically twice.
And he signed that contract knowing that he was hurt. He got that bag. Speaking of something that surprised me on SmackDown that I'm shocked that I was entertained by because somehow, some way, they got me interested in it. It's the feud between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. First and foremost, anytime a man show up with an eye patch, talk about he got glass in his eye, especially after AEW used glass this week and it wasn't real glass because there was no blood on Swerve's back, which I was like, I get he should just stay there. But I thought Drew McIntyre's promo was good, but I thought Damian Priest's promo was better. I thought Damian actually cut a passionate promo that I was like, you know what? I can understand Damian in this situation. Marcus, you look like you're disgusted with my take in this situation. Did you like
a face? I just got a face. I don't look disgusted. I got a face.
You look like Stephen A. Right?
It's your birthday, so I'm not gonna say my real feelings.
You look like you're about to talk about LeBron's kid for no reason about being a man.
What a man gotta do, what a man gotta do. But I tell you what, if Damian Priest would have put hands on me, I would have to put hands on him too. Anyway. No, man, I ain't buying pre-selling at all. I do like Drew McIntyre with the the eye patch. I don't know why it worked, but it works perfectly with him. But I don't give two shits about this feud at all.
Manny, do you?
I forgot it even happened.
Yeah, I agree. I don't care about any of this going on. Damian Priest has got nothing. Damian Priest is basically what Drew McIntyre had coming out of COVID. I'm tired of seeing you.
Well, I enjoyed it. That's all that matters.
What the hell?
Manny,
so why did you enjoy it?
No, I just thought that this was the most authentic that Damian Priest felt. Like he was talking about how you made me the villain. Although he was, kind of smearing Vaseline on the truth because he was a villain in the situation. But I thought that they gave a narrative that Drew was a crybaby. A crybaby.
Oh, look at this cryberry. My favorite cereal, Captain Cryberries.
He's a cryberry, and he continues to blame everybody else for his issues and whatnot. And I thought that was solid. Now, Manny, did you prefer the interaction between LA Knight and Tamatonga?
Yeah, well, anytime you get some Tamatonga, it's all good. But like when you see LA Knight, it's like no, get on my screen. Can't wait. I can't wait for the massacre that's going to happen at WrestleMania.
But you didn't like bumping his bacon lips. I mean, that was kind of funny. I mean, LA Knight, I hate him, but he's actually hilarious when he's on the mic because he's just talking shit. But I still can't stand him.
When the massacre happens, I'm just gonna be all for it.
I would say this is a good day for the crowd not to wear white because blood will be shed tonight. On that night, Jacob is going to dog walk LA Knight.
He ain't dog
walk him.
And he's gonna melt like US power to a chain.
Yeah.
Marcus, I'll turn to you. Paul Heyman's waiting for the car to pull up. Ain't nothing like when somebody pull up in the same car and it comes out to be Seth Rollins. Marcus, did you understand his disappointment and his disgust?
Absolutely, I was disappointed too. I want Seth to leave this feud. I would like to start a petition to get Seth Rollins thrown out of the triple threat match, and let's let it just be Roman, Punk, and Heyman's drama. I don't need Seth in this. Seth is just around. His stupid outfits, and he showed up. And like Paul Heyman had his reaction, that was my reaction when he pulled up.
I think Seth is winning, Marcus.
He might be, but I think he's just a third wheel. I think he's a third wheel. I think Seth has no juice. He's just Mr. Karaoke guy now with his song.
Just blow your nose. Just mute yourself and blow your nose. See, watching you dig that tissue into your nose is fucking disgusting.
I mean, he's just
dabbing at it too. You're not really getting in there. You're just going.
I didn't come here to be criticized the way I handle my nose mucus.
But hold on, I will say this: going into the podcasting of wrestling, you picking your nose and all that is less annoying than Conan sniffing on the Conan podcast when he just be sniffing. He has the sniffles every single week. Probably doing coke, but doing the sniffles every week.
Probably due to snorting cocaine for so many years.
Wow. So, I mean, we might as well get to the end of the show where it's the adult child custody case between Paul Heyman.
Hey, we get to the end?
Why are you ignoring Charlotte and Tiffy?
No, because I'm going to get there, because I think to me that was more of a main event.
Why are you skipping over that? Why are you skipping over the white women drama?
We won't. So I'll stay on track.
These are white women. You better respect them.
This has been heavily edited on WWE YouTube right now.
They pulled this off X. This is the most controversial segment in the WWE right now. Not since Nia Jax and Charlotte had a shoot fight has there been this much controversy over something.
Was so funny. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Nia looked like she'd been in a war.
Yeah. Or not since that time Charlotte start throwing titles at Becky Lynch.
So Shantae was shocked by this segment because she was downstairs watching wrestling with me at this point. Ooh. She was shocked how rattled Charlotte was with the crowd. Like Charlotte, she lost her composure. It was uncharacteristic of Charlotte be. I didn't know. This was what Tiffy was 2 weeks ago in that sit down interview. She didn't know what to say, and then Tiffy has had this momentum where she was just firing at her. She was just pop, 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 and then she hit her with the last boom.
Because on 2 weeks ago, Charlotte decided to go off script and not tell Tiffany. And then Tiffany didn't know, oh, can I come at you like this? Because Charlotte's got power in WWE.
Yeah.
So this week, Tiffany decided to put on her big girl pants and fuck up Charlotte on the microphone.
Yeah. She did.
0-3 in divorces, you little bitch.
Yeah.
She went after her. She went to her personal life, and she said the biggest war, Charlotte, you have is with these people because they ain't gonna never love you. They never gonna love you. They're never gonna love you, and you know it. You on talk shows crying and shit. You want their love and admiration, but you ain't never getting that love and admiration. You know why, Charlotte? Because no one likes you. Even your dad don't like you. You live in the shadow of everybody.
And then the worst part about it, I don't think anybody believed that Ludwig was in her DMs. Because why would you be? Not for that. Not for that. Not for that. No, not.
Ludwig. I can't imagine. Like, you know what? I don't feel, and this is maybe the gayest thing I say. Charlotte ain't in Ludwig's league, man. She's not in Ludwig's league at this point. The man's in the prime of his life. Huh?
Hold on. What's gay about that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Marcus announced that Ludwig might be considered attractive, and Charlotte ain't going. I saw the little scrawny black man she was
you
with.
can admit when a man is a handsome looking man.
Yeah. But she's not in this league. I'm just saying. She's not in this league.
Yeah, did you see the picture that came out on Instagram earlier this week of Charlotte with the young black boy?
The little black man? Yeah.
I didn't think that was a thing. I thought that guy was just like a stylist or something. I didn't really put anything together with him.
She dated by her Saxon for a minute, so she had to go back black. I just like my whole thing was I was very happy for Stratton in this situation. I said, "Go ahead, Tiffany." Shantae was very happy for Tiffany. She was like, "Yeah, get her, girl,
get her." Shit.
There was 3 moments Shantae really reacted to on this SmackDown. This was one of them.
Yeah, so back to the Tiffy and Charlotte drama and all that. And, Charlotte losing control because the crowd's booing her like she's Dominic Mysterio, but I don't know why Charlotte's always shocked when she gets booed or stunned by it. She's been booed for probably 10 years. 10 years! People been booing her. I know she was supposed to come back as a babyface this time, I think. But people have been booing you, Charlotte, for decades. No one's ever picking you. You don't understand you're a heel. I don't understand why she's rattled by this.
Me neither. I don't get it either. I think if that's what I think made it even feel more authentic, that I think she was caught off guard and she couldn't think straight. And good for Tiffy for doing that. Good for Tiffy.
Tiffy did get the hell out that ring though. After she said 0-3.
Get the hell out of here. But you know what? They would just say it was actually a good week for the women because I thought the Naomi Jade situation took an extra level. You know, Jade whooped Naomi's ass. I didn't know why the match still happened with B-Fab, but you know, Naomi still got the win.
Oh,
but,
fuck that ref.
They got. He just rang the bell.
He rang the bell.
He didn't ask if anybody was
they asked if she's okay. She wasn't even looking. He rang the bell.
This point, Shantae enjoyed too. She was like, "Oh, that's gonna be a WrestleMania. That's gonna be good." You know, it's on Peacock, right? I was like, "Wow, Shantae getting invested in some of these matches." I was like, Naomi versus Jade got her going.
Yeah, but I would say Naomi's doing a really good job with her character work. I believe her as being just kind of just unstable mentally and crazy. Like when she's yelling at whatever bitch on the outside.
Yeah, well, Jade is providing nothing.
Yeah, Jay's doing nothing but just running out. Like she ain't really doing anything. They always doing all the character work and all the drama and the hatred. Again, Bianca it still feels like she's missing in this feud, but
it's the same story going on in AEW with Tony Storm and Megan Bayne, where Tony Storm is doing all the work while Megan Bayne just stands there.
Yeah, Shantae even asked who was that. She was like, "Who's that?" And then she went back, "Oh, I love me some Tony Storm, so it don't matter." So now
I got more stuff about this. I got more stuff about this little segment right here. Because Naomi wasn't out there for no reason. She had a match with Be Fabulous.
It's Be Fab, Marcus, not Be Fabulous.
No, on the Tron it says Be Fabulous on the back, and there's a song it's saying Be Fabulous. Be Fab is just short.
Oh, I thought there was only one FABO.
So I want to talk about one. Did you guys see her promo on Instagram?
You put your all into it.
Yeah, you don't do a half-ass Fabulous, Eric.
But Manny, I got congested, man. I couldn't finish it. I wanted to.
Hey, you got congested like what? 2 times every time you do a show every month. You go see a doctor, Eric.
He does like 2 times a week.
But anyway, continue about your conversation of Be Fabulous, Marcus.
Did you see Be Fab's promo on Instagram?
No.
Yeah.
Be Fab's turned into
no.
She might be man. I don't know where the fuck this is coming from, but
no. When I saw her fight Charlotte Longlegs last week, and I was like, wait a minute, they got the similar build. I was like, B Fab could be the next Charlotte.
It's like a month ago, but
whatever. But I was like, I can see potential because she has really she has learned how to wrestle. Don't know what she did.
She could be a better Sasha Banks.
Yes.
Stop comparing black women, Manny.
No. Because I think B-Fab isn't annoying when she speaks, she may be a better Sasha Banks. Because Sasha Banks, or even Mercedes Moné, when she speaks, I just want to switch off. I'm like, you are annoying.
Manny's been consistent with this for a while.
No, this is long standing, Eric. I didn't think that this would break that Manny's hatred for Mercedes / Sasha Banks would carry on as longer than your hatred for Athena.
Manny, but I'll tell you this right now. Harley saved that segment with the puppet because she's more entertaining than Sasha. I just can't. I'm so sick of Sasha. I just really am. I'm sorry. Her name is Mercedes, but.
I think Mercedes has improved a lot over recent weeks or months. Like, she's not as annoying. She's going out there doing random segments of celebration that don't lead to nowhere. At least every segment she's had has led somewhere.
Manny,
so leave Mercedes alone for a bit. I think she's doing good work lately.
Please take the honor and read this from JK Smush.
I could be a better Sasha Banks than Mercedes or garbage behind.
Jeez.
I just don't think. I think a reason why a lot of people don't like Sasha is just because her attitude. Where she thinks that she's better than what she is, but whatever.
Give a vicious beef after. I just want last thing. Naomi's finisher.
It's fine.
I thought it was a good finisher. I don't know if I've seen anything like that. It's a code breaker kind of like.
Let me tell you.
But I'm pulling the knee into you.
Naomi is going on her TNA run right now in WWE as a heel.
It's better than what she did TNA.
But I'm just saying, like, it's she has a lot of momentum going for her right now, and I'm very happy for her. I wish she could get she need to give some of that energy to her husband, Big Jim, but he got killed this week, so maybe that's why she was a little bit more angry.
So then I was going to ask this about this. I don't know why this was a subject on the show that give me your black woman rankings right now in wrestling. I mean, it's the best time to ever be a black woman in wrestling. There's a bunch of prominent black women right now. Who's your number 1, 2, 3?
You gonna try to get me off right now? No, they
I'm not trying to get you off. Not on the internet.
They're trying to get me off.
Not for free. Not for free. Well, it is your birthday.
I think Jada's number 1. I think
Jada Parker's your number 1.
I think she's number 1
over all the black wrestlers in the company.
No, I thought we were talking about up and coming ones.
He said old.
Oh.
I just saw in general.
Bianca's number 1.
Yeah, that was
Bianca's number 1. Now you guys go because I have one. I know what it's.
No, I at this moment in time, it's a coin flip between Jada and Willow at number 2.
I have Willow too.
I need Willow to be treated better, but I like Willow too. She has a great energy. Like it's a character that's needed in wrestling. It's like a adult version of it's the Bailey character, but a little bit more adult without the glowies. I just wish I really wish that they took their women division a little bit more seriously in AEW. Because I think they do have some standout people. You just can't drag out Penelope Ford and expect me to care. Like,
hey, AEW told me I can DDT my girlfriend.
Manny, you was doing that already, so don't worry.
No, hold on. See, this is why you can't listen to Manny. He missed the moral of that story. You can't DDT your girlfriend, Manny. That's not what happened. But you can hit another woman and your girlfriend has to accept it.
Well,
that's what lesson you learn from that. Renee accepts Mox as he is.
AEW never tell me don't try this at home.
No, let me tell you this right now. The way that they booked that match was they kept teasing Mox crossing that line, threading. He yanked Willow hair. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, it made me mad, which is I think what they were supposed to do. And then at the end when he came with that old dirty DDT, I was like, you son of a bitch, you. And Shantae was very upset with that segment because she said Swerve. She was like, Swerve, why wasn't you up in Renee's face letting her know that she about to get the business if you don't let me know where your husband's at?
Damn. It's true though. It's true.
She was like you're doing a regular interview knowing that your husband just DDT this woman. Like, not to ask you, do you condone what your husband is doing right now? He got a receipt that he asked, stuff like that.
That's why Nana walked out. Anyway, stay on topic. Give me your third black woman. Let's move on to the main event. Sorry.
You haven't given me your black woman.
Huh, you give me your third black woman.
You haven't even Manny gave me Willow and Bianca. You ain't said what, Marcus?
I said Willow.
You took it, but
I went Bianca Willow. We all three of us have the same list.
So who's your number 3 then?
My number 3, I'm going with Beef. No.
So Roka right now currently, Manny.
Fuck you,
Manny. So Roka's currently not in her black phase right now. She's on a whole different level. I don't know what she is.
I was gonna say so Roka.
You really was gonna say so Roka?
That was all this joke was building up to, was me to go so Roka.
Mario, she don't want you no more. She don't want you.
She's my Nubian princess egg, even though she may not want to be a part of the culture. She's still a part of the culture.
She's currently in a clueless phase.
But needless to say, though, she don't want you. But know what people?
No, Last Legend is my last pick.
No. Oh, that's a good pick. She don't want you, Marcus. But you know what people don't want? The new number 1 contenders for the tag team titles, the Motor City Machine Guns. No one cared about this match. I was like, wow, this match is just.
I didn't mean to get a finger.
I
I didn't realize that's the thing, but that could be the thing. That was accidental.
I was more entertained by the backstage segment between Pretty Deadly, The Miz, and Mello than I was with the tag match. I just think that their time is done. Like,
I think also we need to give the Street Profits back their old music. I feel like no one knows who the hell is coming up. I don't know. Huh?
Is the tag team title match going to be at WrestleMania?
I think
because
so.
I doubt it.
Because there ain't black men booked for WrestleMania yet.
You're right. It's not. Jay don't count technically. Roman don't count technically. Yeah, they making a card, man. They making a card. Now,
so
as you guys,
what's Randy Orton without? We have nobody.
Randy Orton ain't black.
He's close enough.
Hey, Braun Breaker's dark enough. I think that's the Triple H card. Braun Breaker, close enough.
So
he wouldn't bring a color chart shades.
So the greatest question that I had watching this with Shante was the match that I like to call the dog walking match, the last man standing match. And she said, and I quote, she said, "Why is this not on WrestleMania?" And I was like, there's many reasons why it's not on WrestleMania, but they really gave their all where this could have been a WrestleMania match and you would have been satisfied. I mean, they were killing each other. And then she asked me the same question. I was like, how long has that black referee been there? I was like, you tell me this all the time. She's been here for a while.
Well, I believe her and Jessica Carr are like the two senior referees right now. I guess
Jessica Carr is also a wrestler now.
Charles Robinson, yeah. She get it done and evolved. She using her WWE ID.
Swipe Right might be my new favorite tag team.
I knew it. I told Manny, Eric's gonna love Swipe Right.
It's so ridiculous.
It's a good name.
And it's sad, but they're out there trying to chase girls. They need to be chased. This was actually a fun match. Jacob and Braun, they do have a good chemistry with each other. I just can't stand Braun Strowman, and I can't wait for Jacob to dog walk LA Knight. I just can't wait for it. I just can't. Jacob is winning this title.
Absolutely.
He's the most. Well, actually, he might not win the title because Solo might cost him this title. But the thing about it, Jacob is so over that it's ridiculous.
I would like to add, this might be the first time people are rooting 100% against LA Knight at the WrestleMania. But I think we're going to get the booty ass, the 50-50, because I think people still like LA Knight. But people love Jacob at this point.
Fuck Undertaker, because Undertaker fucked up AEW Dynamite for me in the very first match with Moxley and Swerve was Yay booing, and I was like, damn it, they got him. They got the crowd.
They really good.
Before Undertaker did it, I kind of just accepted that happens in wrestling.
Yes.
I just accepted, like, I didn't think anything of it, but now, because of the Undertaker, I'm like, he got me. I'm involved in this.
It's like, you'd be like, oh shit, they got the crowd. It's like, God damn it, they do.
It's the Undertaker spot. That's what I call it now. Even though I don't even associate him with that, I feel like he's done it a bunch, but I don't really associate the punches with him. But booyah, it's just whenever it happens, I look to the right and I go, Undertaker, what do you think about that?
So the last segment of the show, this is all Redacted's fault. Because technically this triple threat match this triple threat match, considering that we're fighting over custody of Paul Heyman, it should have been Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Brock Lesnar. I think that's what it should have been in this situation. I think that because it fits better. It fits better because you know this man been spreading his seed to all three of them, and it's like,
hey, he could return at WrestleMania.
I mean, he could, but I'm just saying, like, Seth is just like such an odd person out in this situation that, like, he's pretty much was playing the role of us as fans watching this shit go down. Like, oh shit, oh, that's the favorite. I feel like sentimentally, I understand what the favor is, but I also understand the pettiness of just fucking with Roman in this situation because everybody keeps turning on Roman. Like, you have the first person that turned on him in the ring. Now you have his wise man, who, by the way, that Roman was not always that loyal to anyway. It's fucked up for Roman. You kind of feel bad. He needs therapy.
So, if I ask you this question, Eric, would you rather throw Brock Lesnar in there and have him be Brock, Roman, Punk and the Heyman drama, which I think that's the side I'm on this category, or would you rather have it be Rollins, Roman, and the returning Ambrose if possible?
Marcus, I don't need John. I don't need
Triple
John.
threat shield. Triple threat shield.
I
don't need to see that ever.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania, they never did at WrestleMania.
Doesn't matter.
I just, Marcus.
I'm just saying.
John is John, and I understand that if the opportunity presented itself, they would do it. But I think
it's still gonna happen.
I think WWE is happy with the two that they kept.
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. I'm sticking with the 3 different versions of this triple threat match, but I feel like Seth is the odd person out. I would rather see Lesnar in that scenario. And in the other scenario, I think I'd rather have this scenario we have right now than with Jon Moxley.
So Manny, I know you're typing, so I'm going to ask you this question. Everybody, when this triple threat started happening, people were like, "This has no type of teeth in it. It has no involvement." Do you think they've done enough to make this worthy of the main event and a match worth seeing?
They've done enough if it was just strictly CM Punk, Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins' involvement in this kind of just feels like, why are you here? You're only here to prevent Punk from getting the main event. He's got the main event, so you have no reason to be here.
J.K. Smush has a lot of things to say, but I'm not going to read his last comment. He says Naomi was on her own heart last night. He says Seth is the last person you want to be right. Watching you realize they were right. Yeah, Seth is Marcus. Seth is Marcus. If Marcus is right, he's dancing around in a suit, letting you know that
that has never happened in my life. I don't ever gloat about being right.
Really? You just gonna sit here and lie? You gonna sit here and lie? You
gonna
sit here and lie?
I don't lie.
Case, Manny, how many times has he gloated about being right to you?
Quite a lot of times.
Exactly.
Every week. Shit.
To the point that we have an ongoing bet. We have a bet going on.
Yeah. What was the bet again?
Dark State. The winner ends up paying for StreamYard for that month. It is revealed.
Because I don't think my brother Marcus, he has a lot of qualities, but one of those qualities is not humility. He does not have that. He does not have that way. He will take the knife in and he will turn it, especially if he's right. That's what he is.
Yeah, but when it comes to our show, if I manage to prove him out of fact, he will admit defeat quite quickly.
but he will try to change the subject real quick though.
I don't pivot subjects and shit like that. I don't ever change the subject. I'll stay on it. In fact, I don't know when the last time I've been proven wrong. I can't remember the last time I was wrong.
I don't understand what Wes said. I don't get what Wes said.
Oh, he's talking about the Charlotte situation. Because when he did the interview, they volunteered me. They said they volunteered, so I don't have to want to be out there with these white bees just like you don't. Talk about the Charlotte situation.
As me and Shantae was watching B-Fab fight Naomi, I was like, yep, wait, look at that B-Fab. Like, she could be the next one. Did you know that?
Well, he was saying that. He was like, "Oh man, look at her. She's fantastic. Yeah. She's been putting the walk in. Look at those long legs, and she knows how to use them."
Yeah, I mean, she might have taken it away,
commentary.
That was. I was like, Alicia Fox.
Larry Barrett going after the dark beat.
I thought SmackDown was actually a solid show, though. I really enjoyed it for what it was.
No, very newsworthy. Like, it had a lot of energy. I thought. It kept up the energy from Raw, which I thought finally felt like they were in WrestleMania season this week. Like they decided to wake up. And I thought the SmackDown did. Too bad it's 14 days away.
Yeah.
Tony Khan and both Triple H like to book their pay-per-views a week before they happen.
I must say, though, I am excited for next week with Berto versus Rey Fenix. I think that's going to be a really fun match. I just hope that they give them time. Because I thought that was one thing that I was really shocked about this week's episode of SmackDown. They gave time to all the wrestlers. Like, I thought the tag match was too long, but I understood that it was for the number one contendership. I don't understand why the Street Profits could not do commentary, but maybe because they're bad guys. I'm kind of confused about how they're handling this tag division.
I don't get who has an entrance and then goes sit in the crowd.
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
I've
done
never
before.
seen that before.
That's so true.
And then I told
That
Shantae,
was so stupid.
I was
Why
like,
did they do
it's
that?
clear as day that they're villains because they're wearing all white. There's never nobody that's going to do good who walks in wearing all white. Just, it don't happen.
But they haven't been defined as villains. Are they gonna like break out their villainy when they cheat?
Well, the sad part about the two sub-level teams who are trying to figure out who should fight for the tag team, I find Pretty Deadly and Ms. Him, whatever they call, more interesting than Motor City Machine Guns and DIY. I just do.
I think it's called Mellow Don't Miz.
Yeah, but it's
No, I
a
thought it
work in
was
progress.
we're all him.
Yeah, it's,
No,
it's a
that
work
was
in
their
progress.
catchphrase. That was their catchphrase.
So,
We're Ozil, but
can
we
I ask
are Mellow Don't Miz is the actual name of the group.
Mark, I thought Mr. Evans crossed the line, Marcus. When you call another black man somebody else who was your handler, when he called Trick Mello, I would have knocked
he
his ass out
deserved
too.
it.
I
No,
would have knocked his ass out too.
because Trick in his promo said he's him.
I know.
He said he's him, and then that's what will provoke you to go. You sound like Carmelo.
But you know what my favorite moment of that whole entire that whole entire thing though was that it was not even words. It's when Oba's son Javon and put his hand on his chest like stop. That was like get in your place, boy. But then Ava comes out and make the most obvious. Might as well be Teddy Lowe making a tag match. It's gonna be a triple threat match.
And I would like to pause Charlotte and her claim of being Queen Nepo Baby and the #1 Nepo Baby in WWE or all the world. She is not.
You know,
The general manager of SmackDown and Evolve is the #1 Nepo Baby in the world and all of entertainment.
Let me just point out that that Ava has good weeks. Like she can have one good week, but then she'll have those like 5 consecutive bad weeks. You'd be like, "Damn, Ava, what you doing? You need to bounce back."
Hold on.
Here we go.
Hold on, Eric.
Here we go.
Hold on,
Ask them, Manny, because I agree with your question, even though you haven't asked it yet. Go ahead.
Tell me when she's had a good week. How dare you come on here and think just because it's my birthday, I'm gonna come out here with an outlandish statement and think none of us are gonna come at you for it.
Hey, don't come in with this Donald Trump executive order bullshit. Executive order, Ava has had good weeks. Ava has been as bland as generic as she possibly can. You know what? The one time I would say Ava was good is when I think was it Roxanne or Bailey that came back and said, "I want that bitch tonight," and she goes, "What bitch?"
Exactly. That was
That's the only time she's ever been.
That's she. Like I said, she ain't bounced back since that moment. She ain't bounced back since.
Even that was maybe about 3 months ago.
Wes, I'm not a fan of Soul Roka, and that's Marcus Dubia Prince. That's not my girl. This is not. Hey, what happened to
You say ready for this jelly.
what happened to old girl Lola Vice? Where she ain't been on TV in a long time.
No, she's
She
been
was on-
appearing in the background, and she spoke last week. I want next because I'm a
Want next.
Latina.
Yeah, so I
Oh yeah,
forgot
she
what
was in
they're
the locker
doing.
room with all the other ladies about the tournament.
Yeah, she's gonna probably end up in that ladder match. That 6-woman ladder match that I believe Soul Roka hasn't qualified, but probably will qualify, and Kalani. What you call him?
Swipe
Oh,
right
Kalani
has
really
tempted
good.
me to go find my Tubi account and log in just to watch Evolve because I love me some stupid shit because NXT is getting a little bit more serious now since they're on the network, so they're not doing ridiculous shit like they used to. Although Andre
ridiculous.
Chase with the broken rib was hilarious. He was like, "Wait, stop! They fight right here. They fight. Stop that shit."
Yeah, but look, AEW, look, that was a real medical facility right there. Where Andre Chase will knock some closet.
I don't understand. There was no other room. There was no other room. Like all you need is half a room. Just do what the Judgment Day does. You pick a corner,
Pick
put
a
a
corner.
sheet up,
And
and
make
put
it
a
look
sheet
bigger.
up.
Just make it a little bigger.
Yeah. Just put a sheet up and it's like, oh man, people walking to the med bay. I don't understand why she was in such a little room. So Eric, it's time to go around the world, talk about your stuff and the world of wrestling. What's going on?
But one of my favorite things that happened this week was on NXT is when the Don and his family sat down with the printed out PowerPoint presentation about all the people in Dark Force, whatever. I was
Dark
like,
State.
damn, Dark State. I
Dark
was like,
Force.
okay.
Dark
Man,
Force.
why are they
Sounds
called
like a
Dark State with
Star
3
Wars
black men and
ripoff.
1 white guy? I think that's a bad name.
Eric, it's not about race. This ain't about race. This is about they're not a blue state, they're not a red state, they're the dark state.
You know, and then NXT.
Or it could be the dark state of mind.
NXT, when it started off, I just thought Solo was at home talking about time they did that shit. About time they did that shit. They stripped me of my title. How dare they let her walk around with 2 titles? Because, you know, Solo still
No. Solo got stripped because he was going to the main roster.
Yeah.
He didn't have 2 belts.
He still wants to strip him.
am against them giving up La Primera, I think I said it right, 2 titles. It's ridiculous. You don't defend the title last week. She proved she could do it, didn't she? She proved she could do the shit. She can do both. You don't strip nobody for no reason. And I was 100% against this decision,
Marcus.
just like that crowd. And I thought it was an April Fool's joke. And when it wasn't, I was really upset about it.
But Marcus, you cannot.
I said, fuck April for the rest of her life.
You cannot say that you hate titles and then be upset when they are taking the titles away.
No. I hate titles, but they didn't remove a title, Eric. They just put it back.
I'm going to tell you this. I was extremely shocked with Kalani Jordan defeating Roxanne Perez. I really had Roxanne beating Kalani. I don't know why, but I did.
I didn't. Roxanne looked like she showed up on her day off. She wrestled in the t-shirt. Was like, why am I doing this? This could be anybody.
So, did you guys think it was too soon for Ricky Saints to get the title, or was Shawn Spears just a scapegoat? I mean, they got the culling package and everything, and how they all complete them, and I'm like, okay. I mean, Ricky ain't Ricky, but I mean, I guess
Ricky is all right, but I'm just saying that on the level of that title needed to get off Shawn Spears. I'll tell you that right now. I don't care who it landed on. But that title needs to come back to Shawn Spears. But we need to also, yeah. I don't understand why he got it, but we need to understand and realize what happened with the North American title, Eric. And Manny, you may not appreciate this as much as I do, but the North American title is back in the black man's hands where it belongs. I know it didn't seem like it at the time, but we got our title back.
Wasn't our first North American champion James Storm?
No.
That was NWA, huh? Yeah, that
I think it may have been Ricochet.
My bad.
It may have been Velveteen Dream. I honestly don't remember who the first North was. But I bet you if you name a black person, it was them.
I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I'm very disappointed in myself. This is something on NXT that has happened that for whatever reason, I'm enjoying it, but I hate myself for enjoying it. The Hank and Tank saga is the most hilarious thing that's going on in wrestling right now, where they just can't win matches and everybody got to opinion what they do in wrong. And I was like, shit, why am I? Ever since Hank did that, died. Ever since he did that, died.
Well, I will tell you this.
Wes, I will come to Baltimore for you take Legado del Fantasma out your mouth.
Wes, he has a heart problem, so just tire him out.
Oh.
Fuck you.
Eric, let me add this to it. I'm going to slightly agree with you about Hank and Tank, but it's only because I'm pulling another team down. I think Inamori and Briggs,
They got to go.
They're lower than Hank and Tank, and they're in that OTM situation right now. They're in that OTM situation.
I hate Inamura and Briggs so much.
I think I'll take OTM. I'll take OTM over Briggs. Like, you know what? You know.
Let's go with your bottom of the bill rankings for tag teams. Go.
LUMBERCHAT son is better with the culling than Briggs in there. Briggs
help people down. Briggs helps people hold people down.
He'd be like,
Manny, give me your bottom of the barrel, because you said fuck them. Give me your bottom of the barrel and tag teams for people you say fuck them.
Right at the bottom is Briggs and Inamura. First off, how they win no match and they're claiming tag team titles. They were claiming for a shot at Fraxium.
Manny's right.
And then suddenly they want a shot at the Hardys. Fuck them both.
Fuck them both. You guys don't even have matching outfits.
It's not like you're a Nepo or anything. You deserve nothing.
Eric, who's your bottom in tag team?
Briggs and that too.
Hold on. Motor City Machine Guns are eligible for this too, by the way.
No,
they're not. It's NXT.
I know.
No, because although Motor City Machine Guns might be too old, they still have a match. The issue that I have with Motor City Machine Guns and DIY is that they literally go out and do the same exact match. They have done nothing different in any of their matches. Like, you're going to do your Motor City Machine Gun spots. You're going to do your DIY spot. Change that shit up. Go to a different booker. That's my issue. But when it goes to Briggs and the Japanese man who they I can't remember, they're just a waste of my time. It used to be You know, and you could say Tyreek and Tyson, but at least with West, they got something going on. Then you got Hake and Tate. They're hilarious because they just keep failing. Pretty Deadly don't win, but they're entertaining. But Briggs and Inamura do absolutely nothing. Nothing.
See,
Nothing.
you can't. Marcus likes Inamura because he bounces. He bounces on that top rope, and then he does the most curved splash you can ever.
No, he got a great arch, but that don't do shit.
Yeah, no. It's a splash and I'm done. It's a splash and I'm done with that team.
I feel like every time.
But I didn't think we all agree on the bottom. I thought OTM and Terrence and Tyreek or whatever would enter in this.
I forgot OTM exists.
But Betty, OTM, we know it. Like, so if we did this test, we get somebody who ain't never watched NXT, and you had OTM walk out, and they didn't know, they'd be like, oh, okay, they might be something. If you see Briggs and Inamori walk out, you like, I don't want nothing to deal with that. They don't deserve an entrance. They should be in the ring like it was on AEW. We're just in a ring for big Cass and there's still dudes right there.
Kofi Kingston is very much that you need a tag team license to be a tag team. Like they're still in the application stage or the provisional stage of this tag team license. They should not be a tag team. When you look at them, they don't even look alike. The Asian man's got a mohawk and he's coming out there with some big belly.
These are like, it looked like there were two people trying to make it on TV, and then they realized they could get the TV together. They became a tag team. Like, that's what it is.
They look like an LFG team where Booker and Bully are like, you take it a move, we see what they got, and you get Briggs. We team together and see what we can do with that, and we learn something from this.
It's like, or it's like when you play those like GTA Online or like those other team games where one person has bought all the stuff to look cool. The other person is like a level 1 has just looked very default.
Itamori, he's on loan from somebody, right?
Yeah, Noah.
Yeah, like, was it no one better? Or
send it back.
I believe they work together in Japan. I think they sent Briggs to Japan. I don't know what the situation is.
I just don't understand the concept. They even do security with Von Wagner, man. Doing security with Von Wagner.
They should be on collision with Von Wagner.
Now, Briggs need to be let go, though. I can't do nothing with Briggs. I just can't. He got to go.
I don't think he figured it out yet. I mean, they've given him so many opportunities. It's time to
There's
go.
a whole bunch of people that need to be let go. Nikita Lyon.
Yep.
Hey! The big cat gonna be in that ladder match, all right?
Nah,
I hope not.
Nikita Lyon need to go. I think we.
If Big Cat's in that ladder match, I'll buy tickets to NXT and not show up. That's all. I believe she's not gonna be in.
I think we agreed that Gigi needs to go and possibly
JCJ. Although,
Briggs,
Betty, Gigi.
I think there's more upside in JC. I think JC's good to be around in the mid card. I wouldn't release JC right away, but I think she's a good mid card. Like she could take a pin.
To the credit though, I think Gigi and Tatum are finding something. They're finding the groove. They're a tag team that's better than what Itamora and Briggs are doing. So I
feel Gigi. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
I feel Gigi's. Oh,
go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
I'll cut you off again. Hold on. Go ahead. I'll cut you off again.
You're gonna do it again.
I feel like he gonna cut me off though. I feel like we had a Mexican standoff.
I'm not gonna cut you off.
I feel like Gigi ain't developed in the ring. She's Gigi's terrible in the ring. I said it really fast and I was expecting him to cut me off. I feel like Gigi is just hasn't developed in the ring at all, and it's been the same, and it's not really going anywhere.
Yes, JK Smush. Yes, she's gonna start her rap career and talk smooth and buttery.
Can we ban Wes for his comment? I just no place. Should that happen?
She fits the color palette at this point. Where
she ain't black. She's a
color.
Eric, she sounds like a black woman from the 70s.
Oh, so Marcus and Manny, a couple of years ago, we had the year of Dax. Which I like. Do you guys like this FTR and stuff that's going on over a shove? Why are wrestlers so sensitive? A shove.
I'm just saying, man, we ain't getting that. The year of Dax 2022 was a magical time in wrestling.
Yes.
We ain't going back to that. Dax ain't the same person he was in 2022.
Marcus, you used to love you some FTR. Can you admit that right now they just look out of shape and uninspired right now?
It's just I don't know what happened to him. It's like an overnight. It's just
I didn't expect you to be so lost for words.
I'm at a loss for words of what's going on with FTR lately, and it just seems like they're just lost. Like, you know how you feel about the Blood City Machine guys? I feel like FTR has lost everything they have ever had ever, and I don't know what happened. Like, even on Collision last week, they were struggling with the Undisputed Era. They couldn't sync up with moves and shit. And this is the storyline. This is just straight up botches over and over. And I was like, what has happened to what I thought was the premier tag team in the world? They have given up.
Did you see the breakdown of that spot?
No. Who broke it down?
I think I can't remember.
I saw it on Botchamania.
Yeah, so Cash had him up, and then Dax.
This is the breakdown.
Let me run the other side, and then Cash turns around like, he's on the wrong side. Let me run again.
He turns around again. And you haven't seen this, huh? So I need you to go search the botches between FTR and the Undisputed Kingdom. What you think on paper? Solid match, just on paper. Just you go like they're gonna do it. It was the worst fucking thing. They couldn't tag. They couldn't do the heart attack. They were botching all over the place. And these are four of the four people. I'll be like, they give me a good match guaranteed.
But I think it comes back to like what Bully was saying. I think when he was criticizing the Willow match, maybe where there's not enough reps in the ring, where they're not fighting every day to get better. And I think that has led to a lot of wrestlers who we know to be proficient in the ring to be sloppy in the ring. Like, You could never tell me. I would never think, Marcus, if you said there's a match on Botchamania, it would contain FTR and the Undisputed Kingdom. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would these guys be there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a whole match though. It's not even like if one thing happened wrong, let's say, how Nathan Frazier and Ray Phoenix had a match and Nathan tripped on the rope. That's just like one spot or something, right? This whole match was just like, what are they doing? Everybody was out of sync. Everybody. It was like watching Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, and Kane in Saudi Arabia.
They just have some good coke, man. I don't know.
Can we put that in Triple H vignettes of Hall of Fames? Can we get that Saudi Arabia match? Him and Shawn.
We don't need that.
Kane and Dead Man. I mean, they showing everything else. I'm so sick of this. I hate the Triple H picture they used for him. I feel like they photoshopped it and made his face look like a triangle or something. And I'm just tired. I mean, you run the company. I just think you should have some humility. I have no idea. I heard it. I went. So I was excited.
What the fuck? Did they win a lotto?
Charlotte Flair just showed up to the apartment building. But I'm tired of Triple H. What say you guys? I'm tired of him.
I don't pay much attention.
We don't. I've heard zero about natural
these
disasters.
clips of Triple H.
Yeah,
You need to stop.
that's what I said. The whole evolution thing. I swear they took Gunther's words and flipped it off on something else. It's like, yeah, that was the greatest thing, and they were cool. I don't believe Gunther said evolution is the greatest thing that he's ever seen. I just don't feel like he said that.
No, I don't think he did either.
I'm tired of those.
So,
But moving on to other stuff. Eric,
question?
let's talk about the mixed tag match. We didn't talk about it. I don't think we talked about it on the show. With AEW.
I enjoyed
John
it
Moxley.
more
They're hitting the women got hit.
I enjoyed it more than I would like to admit that I enjoyed it. I thought it had a very good energy.
What happens in Eric's house?
I thought Vince would be happy because tag match similar to people who got to fight for the titles against each other. Do I think it did anything to help promote Dynasty, their pay-per-view that takes place tomorrow? Not at all. But
that slipped up.
But I mean, overall, like, if you want to give Moxley some heat, DDT and Willow was something that you could do because I think everybody likes Willow. I'm just really upset because they didn't even come up with the title briefcase. What the fuck is the title? At least let me think it's a briefcase.
They bring the briefcase out.
I was like, what the fuck?
Speaking of Dynasty, anybody plan on watching it? Is there anything that stands out on that show for any of you guys?
No, I'm not even gonna watch. I'm not gonna even lie. I'm not even gonna watch it for Tuesday and talk about it. So
I
if
feel
you
like
wanna do that on Tuesday, you go ahead, Marcus.
I feel like what's gonna happen is that you're gonna see probably a very
Leave a
good.
comment.
You're probably gonna see a spectacle between Ospreay and the new black guy,
Kevin Knight.
Kevin Knight. There it is. I'll learn his name in a couple of weeks. I will. But I don't foresee a title change personally. I just don't.
Oh, if Tony Storm loses,
I'm not talking
I'm not even reviewing AEW
That
for the
counts
rest
as-
of the month.
Damn. Manny, are you that anti-Megan Bay?
Yes.
Or are you that pro Tony Storm? I don't know. Manny, if you were to get shot this week in the eye and Tony Storm lost her title, would Tony Storm lose the title be the worst thing that happened to you this week?
Marcus.
It could be. It could be.
Marcus, I'm saying this right now,
Yeah.
and I normally don't do this, but I side with Manny. I don't like Megan Bang. I don't. It's
Why are you coming at me like I'm the biggest Megan Bay supporter? Like I haven't said
personally,
anything.
if they take the title away from Tony for this heifer, I'll be very upset, and I might have to join Manny in his protest.
Okay,
I don't-
you know what?
She's got big pair of titties, and everyone in the club is all over her. Like, just loves her. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. She's trash.
When you laid into the camera and said she got a big pair of titties.
She has a nice rack, but goddamn it, she's trash.
But you know, I've noticed that with Tony. The only Tony care about some tits.
No,
I mean, Tony Storm has the title right now. Not the bustiest woman on the block, but when it comes to women with big tits, Tony's gonna start pushing them fast.
No, I think my biggest issue with this whole entire thing is just the booking. I mean, Tony just got finished beating Mariah May, and Mariah May has a lot of similarities to, what's the tall girl name? Who name I can't remember right now?
Megan Bang, Penelope
Megan
Ford?
Bang?
No, not
Like,
really.
I think
they're completely different.
No, but like it's just blonde, tall, busty. I think it would have been beneficial if Tony could have had like a side feud with maybe Thunder Rosa, who was one of the nicest people that we met from afar. She was so nice. Thunder Rosa. Was nice.
We didn't even come close to meeting her. I mean, I could have said hi.
She was
but
2 rows ahead
she
of
was,
us.
she was really talking to her friend. She was really talking to her friend. I didn't want to be like the people who were like, take a picture with me and bugging her, but she took those pictures. She had to get mad. But I would add, Tony Storm better not lose that title. I second that. I think she's the #1 character in all AEW right now. She's the only person I think universally loved in the wrestling community. I think no one's really saying bad things about Toni Storm. I think let the title stay on her. And this is right after her blood feud with, like you said, Mariah May. I think that this should have just been a victory lap. Like, I don't understand why Dynasty happened so fast. Like, it snuck up on me. I didn't realize the pay-per-view was right here. Like, I don't feel like the Mox and Swerve thing has, I feel like the feud just started.
Yeah, they didn't let it breathe.
It seems like it's the end. Because I feel like the Edge Copeland thing just ended the week previous. I just feel like the show is just a throwaway show. Like, I just don't know why we're doing Dynasty so fast. I understand Tony booked these pay-per-views, but it just seemed like it just came up. It snuck up on me. Like, when they said this Sunday, I went, but what's on the show? Like, I don't know. By the way, shout out to Lance Archer for taking the job so Brian Cage didn't have to do the job this week.
Well, first of all, thank you, AJ, for giving me meat on meat. Lance Archer versus my boy Brody King. It was.
But you knew.
But like, and then they still had to try to give me some Don Callis involvement. I don't care about the guy that's dressing up like Don Callis. I don't care. Don't need that. Let these guys fight. But did we talk about our least favorite woman in WWE? Because I think we talked about the best. But I know my least favorite.
No, we talked about our least favorite tag teams. We threw Shayna Electra Lopez to the pre-show.
No. My least favorite.
And Lana.
My least favorite person, Raquel Rodriguez. That I want her go.
Damn.
I like her.
She's your least favorite person in all of WWE. There's a long list of people in this roster.
There is a plethora of beat talent in WWE that you could female talent that you could just say she needs to be gone before. I agree. I don't like her. But I'm not gonna say she needs to be gone.
I like how Manny says, yes, I agree she needs to be released. However, there's about 5 people ahead of her that I would let go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing with Manny's stance on this one. I
don't like her.
I just think there's more people on the roster that can be like, oh yeah, they can go. Like,
well, we did talk about this in the pre-show. Like, we're not letting go people, but apparently Rusev Day may be back in WWE. I suggested in the pre-show that I think he would be a good opponent for Oba in NXT. Because I don't know if they have a place for him on the main roster.
No. Go to the meat of the conversation that happened in the pre-show. I don't think Lana's coming with him because I believe she is weathered.
I believe
the conversation
that
might be a comment. We haven't said a wild take from Eric in a while. That was one of the wildest takes.
No, I called her busted first, and then I changed it to weathered. I stand by my statement. Lana ain't what Lana used to be. And I used to be a Lana fan. There are better blondes in the game right now than Lana. This is.
Was Lana ever really in the game, though?
And she was wearing the micro mini skirt. It was.
Oh, I'm talking about just a wrestler being in the game, but yeah. You know what? If Lana were
through those tables, I was enjoying it every week.
Yeah, Eric turned Lana into Mae Young real quick, and I went, why? Okay, the real question is, Eric, would you bring in Lana, as I like to say, or would you fire Elektra Lopez? I mean, not Elektra Lopez, Raquel Rodriguez.
I can't do both?
You can't do both. You got to bring in one or get rid of the other.
Well, you guys have convinced me. Although I will realize that I am blinded by my dislike of Raquel Rodriguez, and I realize there are probably a lot more people who should be released before her. So I guess if I had to pick between letting her go or bringing Lana back, I'll probably bring back a Cloudy known as Lana. Because it's weathered. It's weathered, man. It's like she's like looking at Chris Jericho, just like, can you please get off my TV?
And then since we are talking about Miro/Rusev, which version of her are you bringing in? Are you bringing in Rusev Day, Vladimir Putin Rusev, the Redeemer, or Mr. Video Game with Kip Sabian?
I think the thing about it, you probably have to
go.
Or
the Cuck. I don't know. When he was with Bobby Lashley.
I think the Redeemer might be a character that Tony had that he just didn't really expand on. I think the Redeemer would be a good way to come back in.
You think WWE will allow that? God's favorite champion and all that, and talk about my God is weak. Yeah. He has really puny
Why not?
arms.
What's wrong with that?
Bring him back on Easter.
The guy who was willing, Chase had a shirt that said Blessstone. I don't think as long as you, I don't think you can ever do what they did with Shawn Michaels and God and Vince, like the light. You can't do that. But being the Redeemer,
we can.
God damn.
Never forgave God for that.
He walked out on Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels being a good person at that point.
He jumped off the apron, man.
I miss that shit.
Who would have thought God was gonna jump off the apron?
Knowing what we know about Vince now, when he did that video, when they shot that shot of him in the church, he should have shot up in flames.
Yeah.
But he would probably still be holding that Martin Luther King picture that he got.
And no one loved Martin Luther King like Vince McMahon did.
No, you can't take that away from him. You can't take it away. Because you know what? That's his guy. That's his guy.
If Vince was in charge, we will at least have one black person in the Hall of Fame going in, or darker skin, and it would be a black person match out there. It still ain't nobody yet.
Shit. There ain't a black person going to the Hall of Fame this year. Damn.
But the thing is, though, we do this. They ran out of black people. They ran out of people. There's not people.
They have not ran out of black people.
They have not.
Keep saying Ernest the Cat Miller is just waiting there.
Ernest the Cat Miller is not getting there, man.
Ernest the Cat Miller don't need to be in the Hall of Fame.
And before we put Ernest the Cat Miller in, I'm putting Norman Smiley in, the Big Wiggle, as not only an active trainer for many years in WWE, but also one of the great WCW characters of all time.
No, that's
Wiggle.
I agree, Marcus, but I also want people to remember and Scott Miller.
Did you guys hear about the interview
Respect
with?
on his name.
Did you guys hear about the interview with Samoa Joe where he talked about some of his biggest regrets and stuff like that?
Well,
Like
his main regret is murdering the career of
TJ.
TJ Wilson.
And then he even broke down why TJ can never wrestle again. I was like, oh, a C1, C2. I learned so much in that interview. And how he's not opposed to going back to WWE. I kind of wish he would. Him being with Shibata and Hook just don't do it for me. Like,
Well, he was Triple H's guy.
yeah, I just
And Triple H wanted to bring him back right away. Like, Triple H did bring him back right away. He's the only person Vince fired. And Triple H was like, hell nah.
Marcus.
I'm bringing Samoa Joe back. And then Vince said, all right, I'm firing everybody.
Marcus, remember though, the only one that they ever negotiated back to return was William Regal, which is still my favorite. Yes, you could go back, but you just can't be on TV for 1 year. That 1 year went by quickly, and then he showed up on TV.
Yeah, but he's barely on TV.
Yeah, but I think that like William Regal has such a good mind, he can't tell his son to cut that mustache off. Let me ask you guys this question: were you disappointed that the announcers told us that Jay White was attacked by John Moxley's group instead of having footage of him being attacked? I felt like I should saw the footage.
No, but
was
it was a
it
real injury.
Was he caught
It's a
in
real injury.
weather?
We was. It was short nose, real injury. What do you want? We want to happen.
Oh, okay, well, sometimes I don't know what's kayfabe and what's not kayfabe.
I mean, you could still write him off if you wanted
What,
to.
was he the one that I read somebody slipped in the shower and got injured? Was it Jay
that was
White?
Freddie Freeman, Marcus. That's Freddie Freeman.
Oh, it's Freddie Freeman. God damn.
That's Freddie Freeman, Marcus.
I couldn't remember where it came from.
You're putting real life with baseball life. You can't confuse the two.
I know I read someone slip in the shower and I go, what the fuck? What are you, 5? Slipped in the shower at this point. I couldn't remember who it was. I didn't want it to be Freddie and I blacked it out my mind.
See, the problem is, Marcus, the reason why WWE don't have no black people because Tony scooped all the black people up that they could put in the Hall of Fame. Shelton Benjamin could have went to the Hall of Fame. Bobby Lashley could have went to the Hall of Fame.
MVP?
Huh?
Oh, you mean, so the whole Hurt Syndicate, you're saying?
Shit, if you need to have a black to go in there.
A black?
I don't know.
No
if I can
Sasha?
put MVP in there.
I'll put him in.
I don't know.
I don't think he's actually accomplished.
I
That
think
much.
in his short early run in WWE, I thought it was worthy enough for him to go in. And all the stuff he's done outside of WWE and TNA
Outside,
and New
maybe.
Japan and AEW, I think for career-wise, I think MVP could get in.
Hey,
No,
should they
but
do?
based on what they did in WWE, I would probably put, because they were so closely connected, I'd put Mr. Kennedy in the Hall of Fame before I'd put
Oh,
him.
never.
I think so, but let me ask
I'm
you
not
this
putting
question.
Kennedy in at all.
Ma-
Just
Manny and
reference
Marcus.
that they both don't belong in there.
Does Triple H?
No. I think MVP goes in. I think
Does
he's
Triple
more
H
deserving
do the ultimate
because his
disrespect
run
thing?
was just as long as Kurt Angle's run in WWE. Kurt Angle, of course, had a better run because Kurt Angle. But I'm just saying, for a mid-card guy in that era, he did fine. I put him in.
Does Triple H do the most childish thing ever to find a black and induct King Booker into the Hall of Fame?
Booker's already in.
Booker T is in the Hall of Fame, not King Booker.
Well,
Oh,
I ain't
shit.
having Booker T in the Hall of Fame.
Come on, man. You can't go that level of Hall of Fame. Damn, we strapped.
We ain't got no black. Or how about we can induct Mark Henry's salmon jacket?
I don't think we're gonna. I think
I
we're
don't think-
set for the Hall of Fame. I think this is it.
Yeah, I don't think there was an African American to put in. To be totally honest, though.
I mean, but I just think that Triple H ain't beating the charges of being a
No.
quote unquote racist because when you told me there was no black man on the WrestleMania card as we currently speak, I went gas. Other than Cody Raheem Rose,
Well, no, I'm pretty sure
The Rock may not even show up to this shit.
I think the Street Profits are gonna make it.
Actually, there is a black man booked for WrestleMania. Travis Scott. And he ain't even a real wrestler.
Is he not booked? Is he booked?
I believe he's booked to be involved.
Is he booked?
Somehow.
I haven't seen him since he put Sage and slapped the shit out of Cody. Which went nowhere, by the way.
I don't think I have anything. You have any more questions, Marcus?
No, I think we kind of covered everything. Yeah. Happy 49th birthday or whatever the hell it is.
Fuck you. I'm not 49. If I was 1 year from 50, I'd be a lot more stressed out.
Go check out Eric's Instagram for the photos he put up on his birthday. One of them looks like he trusted a fart, and it's gone wrong. He looks like.
Also,
And Eric, I was gonna post that on your Instagram, but then I was like, I'm gonna save you the embarrassment that
I
you
don't
have
care.
a friend that will rip you to shreds.
No, it's
for your
fine.
birthday.
Manny, the one thing about me at work, people say that my biggest trait that they
At
enjoy
work,
is
he
that
says.
I don't hold my tongue and I say what I want to say. So I do not. When I post it out there, I'm open to everything, and I know who you is, Manny. I know you gonna say something. I was waiting for Manny to say something. That's why I gave you the. What did I call you this morning? What type of Brit did I call you? An insufferable one or something like that?
Yeah, an insufferable Brit.
Yeah, he sent me a happy this fucking Manny's birthday message. I still haven't got one from Marcus yet. Just want to let that be known. He didn't text me. You know, people.
I said it publicly and I said it privately in the stage show.
Yeah, but
and I'm going to this random birthday dinner that you didn't know about that I'm there. How many times do you want me to kiss your ass in front of the world? You need a text message? I see you a motherfucking text message.
45 motherfucking times, man.
But you don't get a belated birthday text message.
I mean, you put Grandpa Simpson on there. Can you believe that The Simpsons been renewed again? And then I guess South Park had a new episode this week. It God knows how long.
Always new though.
No, they hadn't had a new episode in 2 years.
It hasn't been 2. Well, they've been doing movies.
Yeah, but it was 2 years. They hadn't had a new episode.
Yeah, but they've been doing South Park movies and specials and shit, so it ain't stopped.
Well, anyway, until I get me an eye patch like Drew McIntyre, I think this is the show. I am Eric.
The racially ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes.
And I'm the man who's had enough. I had enough. I'm tired of being broke.
Oh,
so please donate to the show.
Hey, you better buy you a computer now before it gets too expensive. 43%.
They're taking down Nintendo Switch 2
Yeah,
pre-orders.
because Americans can't afford them no more because of Trump.
That's my president.
Yeah, Shantae got me the Mac Mini, so I got it before the tariffs was announced.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so
The tariffs don't affect anyone else in the world. It's just you lot, right?
yes,
Yeah, it's really only affecting us. Yeah.
Well, because like the thing
everybody else is like fuck them.
I don't know how much stuff you guys get from America. It was
no, nothing. We don't build shit anymore.
Yeah, it's so stupid because it affects us. We're a fucking idiocracy. We are a fucking idiot. And everybody, the natty list is dead. I don't feel like doing it no more. I'm done.
The one thing he does.
You got one job. It's the natty list, and you
It may
chose
be back next week.
No, so
there was somebody that didn't make the natty list this week, and I saw him this week on SmackDown. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, "Oh, they out. They eliminated from WrestleMania," and it wasn't Randy Orton.
We're doing Wrestling Purgatory after WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's just around.
Is Bianca the biggest African American star in WWE?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Who's
not even
number
close.
2?
Well, unless you include The Rock, but
No.
I'm gonna say number 2, Street Profits. And then after that, maybe Obafemi or Trick.
Damn.
It just goes for who drama.
but
Triple H
at the
ain't beating these Chargers, man.
But at the same time, though, Marcus, I'll be honest though, I'm not mad at him for letting Bobby walk away. Tony ain't doing nothing with Bobby. Bobby ain't doing shit.
No, the thing is not to let Bobby or the Hurt Business or Syndicate or whatever you want to call it walk away. As the show ended, I guess you got to get bonus content now. I feel like to not have anybody come up or do anything with anybody, like at this point, I know you guys may say Oba's green, but at this point, let them go.
I think
They've thrown everybody on this roster to there, but.
Well,
I think but Triple H isn't doing anything with women or black wrestlers at this point.
Well, I think the problem is the black wrestlers they called up missed. I mean, I don't think Mello was the right one. They probably should have called up Trick. I don't think Mello has enough to get behind.
No, I don't believe in Trick at all.
I don't either. I think Oba's the hope. But I don't know how much he can do.
And tell Sean to let some of these women go. I know he's living his dream down there. He got to let them come up. He got to fill to the main roster. There's a bunch of them down there.
WWE needs to create the NXT dating show of who's fucking who. Like, literally, because that's what goes on down there. You go to NXT to fuck. That's what you do.
No, Cora Jade go down there to fuck. Cora Jade go down to fuck.
Who did the dude leave Cora Jade for? Because I thought it was an upgrade.
Manny's girl, Thea Hell.
Thea Hell.
Oh, ooh.
And I thought Nathan Frazier was with Thea Hell.
No, I thought Nathan Frazier was. He may have. I forget. I lose the track.
Let me just tell you this right now. I think I would.
It's just an orgy going on.
I would have to pass on both of them. I would have to pass on both. I mean, like when I found out that Roxanne was with the Bayou Boogie guy, I was like, oh, okay, that's some little kid loving right there. He's so tall.
It might not be real. It might be a ratings booster.
I don't think Roxanne.
The only person in the booster is Roxanne when they go on dates.
Yeah, and allegedly,
get the booster chair, Roxanne.
Ava may be with the Australian black girl.
Oh,
really?
I didn't know Ava went in that direction.
I didn't know she was a lesbian though, but she might
like her outfits.
Hey, Ava, you like them young?
It may not be true.
Ava is young, Gary.
But she ain't that young. That girl's like 19.
What, 5 years?
Yeah, that's young, Marcus. Do the math, Marcus.
No, but I'm saying Ava and the girl is probably like maybe at most a 5 years.
Yeah, but
difference.
that girl's too emotional. I don't think she can make the roster.
They're all too emotional. Even Lee keeps crying.
Well, Lee.
The kids, it's that new generation. It's that new generation. You know, they saw.
Bailey does not cry. Bailey does not cry.
Yet.
Bailey's too big and scary to cry.
No, but Bailey's personality don't match her look. She's like the most happy, most bubbly go person ever. And then it's like, And watch Zeta be the best one. I can't stand Zeta. But
And
she was
speaking
good.
of LFG, Eric's talking about LFG Bailey and not the main roster Bailey.
Well, main roster Bailey jumping in cold water.
Main roster Bailey just looks like she's constantly on vacation.
Yeah, I mean, they ain't got really nothing to do for her. Ain't doing nothing for the Browns.
She's going to WrestleMania. She's going to team up with Lyra, your girl, and she's going to win the tag team titles against the Secret Harvest.
So I know
whoever the tag team champions are. Who's the tag team champions?
Who's the number one black? But I have a question for you. Who's the number one brown in the company?
Oh, I'm going. I'm picking Penta at this current moment.
Manny, are you going to agree with that, or are you going to make a joke about Marcus picking Penta?
You can do both.
I was going to say the best brown at this moment in time is Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker is now ambiguous. This is race. Police can pull him over and they don't go, I don't know what to do. I don't know to shoot him or send him to El Salvador or just let him go. I don't know.
Avatar.
He represents us all. But also, Braun Breaker tan has to be it. But you know what? We need to do the tan Olympics because him and MJF were battling for number one spot.
Yeah, no, but MJF's one is bad. At least Braun Breaker just covers him.
I think they're both really bad. I don't know. I don't even know how to even define these tans. Eric, who has the worst tan in the game?
Paul Heyman.
Adam Cole.
Not even on the board.
Why was he not on the board?
That's not even on the board. I don't even. You're trying to tell me Paul Heyman's tan looks worse than MJF's, Braun Breaker, and I'm gonna throw yellow Adam Cole in there.
Marcus, can I tell you, Adam Cole is so irrelevant to me. I don't even care about him no more. You know how we talked about who people should be released? Tony should release his ass.
Should have been Keith Lee's manager. He could have been Santos. He could have been Santos back there, hyping up his guys.
Just Santos ain't shit.
We should go.
Let's go.
Okay. Sorry. Help the show. Donate to the money. Look at that, looking like a walrus.
Yeah, we've been trying to do this the right way. That's the living color skit you guys sent me. With the gun in there, pop, pop. We're going to do it the 135th Street way to get money out of here.
You should send that to Manny. Anyway, you guys have a great time. Thank you guys for joining us. I've been Eric. That's been Manny, Lord Manny Hayes, and that's been Marcus, the grand finale.
And
They'll
that's
be
been
back.
Eric's birthday.
I believe they will be back this Tuesday to talk about Monday Night Raw, unless Marcus is putting on another sweater vest. Marcus, I did like the green vest, brother. I like the green green
Eric,
sweater.
no, that was not green. That was gold.
That was green, man.
It was
gold.
green and beige. It was
was
not
green.
gold.
Hey,
That
can I
was
hold
gold.
that?
That was all
though?
about.
Can I borrow that? Can I borrow that vest? Though? Where you get it from?
That was I believe it's Amazon.
Oh, I like
that's
how
Amazon.
we was ready to go, but Manny, me talking about Marcus sweater, you want to take the screen down.
Give me the screen.
Anyway,
Speaking of
you
which,
guys-
Manny, I will be wearing that Manny t-shirt at WrestleMania. That's an authentic look. Except for I will be 100 rows, maybe 2,000 rows up in the top row.
they got that Tiffy and Charlotte got all the lace, so we don't have to worry about Marcus wearing a lace shirt at WrestleMania if Marcus is still awake. But we still ain't got tickets. We got it to April 15th for me to cancel my hotel rooms.
No, I'll probably get the tickets this evening.
Did the prices get cheaper from last week?
I haven't looked.
Well,
But after the SmackDown, I went, no, SmackDown was good. They may go up.
damn it! All
I
right,
want to
guys.
see Charlotte hit Tiffy for real.
All right, we'll see you guys late next week. We out.